Good morning, church.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm here today to share my testimony of my life. Okay, I'd like to start by saying that it's by God's grace that I'm sharing my life story here today. Because the title of the testimony, his story in my life story is really very touching for me because I can really relate to this title. And I'll thank Lord Jesus. Okay, when I was 8, the news of my parents being divorced shook my world. In fact, this seems to be the only memories till I was around 8 years old. Then, therefore, after that, my siblings and I were under the care of my father. At the age of 11, when I was primary 5, my father decided to send my siblings and me to this daycare center at Marymount Convent around Thompson Road. Yeah. That was the place where I had my very first connection with Jesus that was formed. I can still vividly remember that I enjoyed the singing and worshipping of Jesus. I even acted as the little drummer boy in a play where it was Christmas that told the birth of Jesus to all our parents around there. Then that was very fun, but however, when I turned 12, I had to leave the place because of the age limit that they did not accept children of age 12 and above. So at that point of time, my connection with Jesus came to a temporary halt, and thank God it was only a temporary halt. During that time, I did not know why my father had to send us to that daycare center because, as you all know, I stayed in Jurong, and the daycare center was at Thompson. So it was really quite a distance. But looking back, I thank God that my father did send us siblings there so that I had the opportunity to be exposed to Jesus. Thank God that He led the way as such even when I did not understand. And thank God that in His word in Isaiah chapter 55 verse 9, He says that as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And praise God for His higher ways and thoughts that led me to be introduced to Him at such a young age. Jesus became a source, in fact the only source of my strength when I was in the lowest pit of my life in the later years. After leaving Marymount Daycare Center, I found something else that could replace the enjoyment of singing songs, worshipping Jesus, and that was sports. So it's every day after school, I would just stay back and play soccer, play volleyball, play whatever sports I could get my hands on to spend my time trying to trying to just keep myself occupied and do not think about things. Then there was this time when I was training with my volleyball school team for an inter-school competition. In the end, we came in 4th, and so we got a trophy. So I was very proud that at least I got something to show to my dad. But even when I brought the trophy home, hoping that my dad would give me words of encouragement and acknowledgement, but there was none. In fact, all the while when I yearned for my father's recognition throughout my teenage years, all I remember was getting whacked, getting caned by whatever he could lay his hands on. And when I was doing something wrong like smoking, shoplifting, but I hardly had a chance to see him. Only when he got whacked, then every time I see him. Then every day he would just leave our pocket money on the table and he will leave for work. And most of the time it was like he will leave before even I wake up for work. And when I came back from home, and even before I go to bed, I don't see him. So it was like the relationship was very still, we don't have much communication with each other. Before I fell asleep each night, I felt that we were two strangers living under the same roof. My home has become like just a hotel, just a place for me to sleep in with nothing inside. It's just like a strange place. Okay. Although throughout the teenage life, I feel that whatever I set out to do will be a waste of time eventually, because it's like there's nobody to acknowledge me in whether doing good, doing bad, even if I made an effort or not. So I mentally began to label myself as a loser in everything I did. I believe that I will never be able to do well in anything. My life motto at that time was, when the goings get tough, I get going. Which means I'm getting out of the situation, not the chong. In the face of pressure and challenging tasks, I would just give up and leave. Since I could not do well in anything, I might as well not do it. Though I have led a rebellious teenage life with my fair share of wrongdoing like smoking and shoplifting, I thank God that I did not commit into crimes such as people from some broken families would. My life went on into this manner until the year 2001, when my loser mentality overcame me. My first relationship with a girl has failed, and to take my mind off the matter, I enrolled and took on a full-time diploma. To concentrate on my studies, I quitted my job. Now, without an income, I had the trouble of my daily expenses, and not to mention paying for my course fee, everything. This, coupled with the great distress from the broken relationship and the schoolwork, magnify the loser mentality. I really believe that I was doomed, cannot make it in every area of my life. Eventually, the day came when I lose to my loser mentality. My world came crashing down on me, and I collapsed. I jumped out of my window and my flat on the 5th floor. I have told many people that the disability in my leg was due to an accident. Friends, my leg's in this condition because 8 years ago, I've attempted to end my life. When I regained consciousness after a major operation, I was told I might be paralyzed from waist down and might be wheelchair bound for the rest of my life. For a moment, my world collapsed again. But I learned that during the operation, I had to use 39 packets of blood from the blood bank. And all my aunties, without hesitation, donated blood back to the blood bank to help defray the cost of the operation. My mother, who had already left the family when I was 8, was by my side every single day, rain or shine, to take care of me and give me moral support. And thank God I was brought to my senses, and my will to outlive overtook my will to die. It was during this time that I remembered the connection that I used to have with Jesus at Marymount Convent Daycare Center. So, in the middle of the night, I would just close my eyes and pray to Jesus. Please, Jesus, please let me be able to walk, whether is it with aid or without aid. It does not matter if I walk in a strange way or that is different from normal people.